Welcome to the YouTube channel PCMB Tutorials. I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to learn class 9 foundation course. Today's subject is chemistry. Chapter 1 we are going to learn, that is atomic structure. In class 8 foundation 2 we have covered this chapter, but the depthness of this chapter was less. In this class we'll learn this chapter in depth, and if you have watched our previous classes videos of this chapter, you'll understand this chapter in better way. So let's start. The contents of this chapter is, first of all, introduction, then atom is further divisible and evidence, then discovery of protons, then discovery of neutron by Chadwick, then summary about electrons, then protons and neutrons, then the winner of the race. This is a short story. Then the structure of an atom, then Max Planck's quantum theory, Niels Bohr atomic model, atomic number, mass number, complete representation of an element, isotopes, isobars, isotones, isoelectronic species, then introductory puzzle and its solutions, then about those who showed us the atom, and afterwards we'll solve some additional questions from previous competitive exams. So these are the contents which we are going to learn in this chapter. So let's start this chapter with a short introduction. While studying of chemical classification of matter, we have learned that matter is made up of atoms and molecules. These are in fact the building blocks of matter. So first, matter. Matter is made up of atoms and molecules, also called the building blocks of matter. Matter is something that occupies space and has mass, that is called matter. The idea of the tiniest unit of matter was propounded by Maharishi Kanad in the Vedic period in our country. Maharishi Kanad. Maharishi Kanad. The tiniest part of matter is atom, so Maharishi Kanad was having the idea of the tiniest unit of matter. Then Kanad's idea about atoms was an Indian scientist and philosopher. Kanad was Indian scientist and philosopher. Maharishi Kanad was the first to propose that matter is made up of tiny particles called Paramanu. Matter is made up of tiny particles called परमाणु. According to him, these Paramanus are the building blocks of matter. These Paramanus are the building blocks of matter. Later, John Dalton called these tiny particles atoms. John Dalton called these tiny particles of matter atom. These tiny particles of matter, he called them as atoms. He proposed a theory called Dalton's atomic theory. So the theory was Dalton's atomic theory. Postulates of Dalton's atomic theory are, first of all, in short, we'll learn who was John Dalton. So, 1785 to 1844. He was an unassuming Quaker school teacher who worked in Manchester, England for most of his career. He was the son of a shoemaker. He was best known for creating modern concept of atoms. So the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory were, first is composition of matter. Composition of matter. Meaning, matter is made of very small particles called atoms. Second is indivisibility of matter. Indivisibility of matter. Atoms are indivisible, they cannot be further broken down. Third was invincibility of atoms. Invincibility of atoms means atoms can be neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. Fourth is atoms of similar and dissimilar elements. Atoms of similar and dissimilar elements. Atoms of a given element are identical in all respects the same mass and have the same size and the same properties. Example: atoms of hydrogen element are identical in all respects. Atoms of different elements are different. Another example is atoms of hydrogen and oxygen elements are different in all respects. Then fifth postulate is combination of atoms. Combination of atoms. Meaning atoms of different elements combine in a whole number ratio to form compounds. Sixth is role of atom in a chemical reaction. Role of atom in a chemical reaction. Atom is the smallest particle of matter that takes part in a chemical reaction. There are the limitations of Dalton's atomic theory. Limitations. Of Dalton's atomic theory. Further experiments conducted by scientists have proved evidence that atoms are further divisible and made of fundamental practices called electrons and protons and neutrons. Hence, Dalton's theory does not give an explanation regarding further divisibility of atoms and also the internal structure of atom. I hope you have understood till this. In another part, we are going to learn the evidence for further divisibility of an atom, then discovery of cathode rays, then we'll see the description of discharge tube with the diagram, then experiment in discharge tube, then we'll learn the observations in the discharge tube with whole diagram in detail. Till that, I hope you have understood till this. For any queries and doubt, please join the Telegram link given in the description of this video. Like this is the foundation of class 9th, we have covered the foundation of class 8th and class 7th too with all the basic parts. The videos are available on this channel. The links are given in the description. Please join the Telegram link that is given in the description. I hope you have understood this all thing and explanation. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in another part.